Okay, so if you think jazz is, just some dusty old records or quiet background music, I need you to just hit reset on that idea.
Absolutely.
Because contemporary jazz today is one of the most electric, global, and just powerful art forms out there.
Right. It's this amazing mashup of hip hop, heavy funk, even rock energy.
Totally. So, what are we doing here today?
Well, our mission is to cut through all that noise and really focus on the key players who are defining this new sound.
The people rewriting the rules.
Exactly. We're unpacking the facts, the sounds, the philosophies of artists who are mixing in everything from global music to modern electronic sounds.
We're looking at masters of their instruments, true innovators, and powerful storytellers. And I think the big question is, how are they keeping the soul of jazz while making it feel so urgent, so
A
modern?
perfect place to start is with the artist who really signaled this whole shift. We have to start with Esperanza Spalding.
Ah, yes. A phenomenal jazz bassist and a vocalist.
But her career is so much more than that. It's a statement about skill, about visibility.
You're talking about the Grammys, right? Back in 2011.
I am. She made actual history. She became the first jazz musician ever to win the Grammy for Best New Artist.
And she didn't just win, she beat some of the biggest pop stars on the planet.
At the height of their fame. It wasn't just a win for her. It was like the whole industry saying, okay, jazz is back in the center of the conversation.
So what is it about her playing? What makes it so special?
It's her insane technical command. The thing that just stops you in your tracks is the multitasking.
She sings and plays bass at the same time.
But not just simple stuff. We're talking extremely complex melodies while playing these rapid-fire, really difficult bass lines.
It's an unbelievable level of coordination.
It really is. She redefines the bass as a lead voice, not just something in the background keeping time.
And her music explores these really deep themes, right? Identity, creativity.
Oh, for sure. She's challenging you intellectually while doing something almost physically impossible on stage.
So from the bass, let's move over to the piano, to Robert Glasper.
The architect of 21st century jazz fusion. I mean, if you want to understand his sound, you just have to look at where he came from.
He grew up with gospel music in the church.
Right, but also deep in the world of 90s and early 2000s hip-hop.
And that fusion, it feels so organic in his music, it's not forced at all.
And his album, Black Radio, that was the turning point.
A huge moment.
Because it wasn't just jazz musicians playing a hip-hop beat. He brought in major rappers, R&B singers. It was a genuine exchange.
It showed that the language of jazz and the language of modern urban music could speak to each other perfectly.
People call his style jazz hop, and he gets that sound using electric keyboards, synthesizers.
Stuff that, purists might not have liked back in the day.
Exactly. But his whole philosophy is that jazz has to evolve. It has to take sounds from the street to stay alive.
So while Glasper was getting intimate and groovy, we have another artist who went in a completely different direction.
Yeah, maximalism. Cinematic scope. You're talking about Kamasi Washington.
The tenor saxophone player. He brought back the big band, the large jazz ensemble, in a huge way.
And his sound is just massive.
Yeah.
It's powerful, it's breathy, it's really spiritual.
His debut record, The Epic, the name says it all. It had a full orchestra and a large choir.
It's a wall of sound, a true cinematic experience.
What's so interesting is where he performs. He's not just in jazz clubs. He's on the main stage at huge rock festivals.
Right. And his collaborations with people like Kendrick Lamar showed that this intense spiritual jazz could connect with a stadium-level youth culture.
It's proof that complex music doesn't have to be, obscure.
And his songs, they have this amazing build. They often start quiet and then swell into these loud, powerful climaxes. It feels like a ceremony.
Okay, let's shift to vocalists. Let's talk about Cecile McLaurin-Salvant.
One of the most respected singers in the genre today. A singer's singer.
She won the Thelonious Monk competition, which is a huge deal. It speaks to her technical skill.
Oh, absolutely. Her vocal range is incredible. She can go from these super low, rich notes to crystal clear high notes, just seamlessly.
But her real genius seems to be in the storytelling.
That's it. She's like a musical curator. She finds these forgotten pieces of musical history, old blues songs, vaudeville tunes, and brings them back to life through jazz.
So she's not just singing the same old standards.
Not at all. And she uses her voice like an instrument. The diction is so precise, you're drawn right into the story of the song.
And then on the other side of the vocal spectrum, you have a voice that is just instantly recognizable. Gregory Porter.
So warm, so powerful. And of course, you can't not mention the hat.
The famous flat cap with the chin strap. It's his trademark.
But his backstory is fascinating. He was originally going to be a professional football player.
Wow, really?
Yeah, a bad injury completely changed his focus to music. And his style is this perfect blend of jazz with soul and gospel.
That accessibility is probably key to his success, right? His songs are about love, family, things everyone can relate to.
For sure. And that sincerity has pushed his music onto mainstream radio. He's achieved a level of commercial success that's pretty rare for a contemporary jazz artist.
Okay, let's go global. Let's talk about some international masters, starting with Hiromi Uehara.
The Japanese pianist who basically defines technical skill, the word virtuosic almost doesn't cover it.
The speed is just breathtaking.
Breathtaking speed and clarity.
Yeah.
But her style is this thrilling collision of sounds. She injects heavy rock energy and even 20th century classical ideas right into her jazz improvisations.
And her performances are so energetic. She's famous for literally jumping up from her seat while playing.
Right, she's moving between an acoustic piano and synthesizers, and that physical energy just matches the intensity of the music. It's a whole event.
Just as amazing as the story of Joey Alexander,
The Prodigy, a pianist from Indonesia.
who taught himself jazz just by listening to records, no formal training at first.
It's an incredible story. He moves to New York City as a kid to perform, and he's getting Grammy nominations before he's even an adult.
A huge inspiration for any young musician. It shows that musical understanding can come from pure passion and listening.
And now, for someone who decided the word jazz just wasn't big enough, Christian Scott Atunde Adjoa,
The trumpet player who invented his own genre, stretch music.
meaning he's literally stretching the boundaries of what the music can be, and he even redesigned his instrument.
The upward-pointing trumpet.
Yeah, and it's not just for looks. It's designed to change the sound, to give him a bigger palette to work with.
And his music blends West African rhythms with, what, trap music?
Trap music, beats, electronic sounds, and he uses effects pedals, like a guitarist would, on his trumpet.
So he can make his trumpet sound like an electric guitar.
He completely blurs the line. He's redefining what a trumpet can even do.
Speaking of New Orleans, you have to mention the pure energy of trombone shorty.
Troy Andrews,
Yeah.
a master of both the trombone and the trumpet.
And he coined his own genre name too, right? Superfunk rock?
Super funk rock. It's the perfect description. It's New Orleans jazz, deep funk grooves, and just blistering rock and roll energy all rolled into one.
His live shows are legendary. He's dancing, moving, all while playing these incredibly demanding parts.
And he's so committed to his roots. He runs a foundation to give instruments and lessons to kids in New Orleans, keeping that tradition alive.
Okay, so from individual artist to a whole new way of organizing a band. Let's talk about Snarky Puppy.
A collective, not a traditional band. It was founded by bassist Michael League, and it's this huge rotating group of musicians.
Their sound is so complex, rhythmically.
Super complex rhythms, but somehow they always have these incredibly catchy melodies. It's this seamless groove of jazz, funk, and world music.
And I love their recording method. They record their albums live in front of an audience.
Yeah, to capture that raw, in-the-moment energy, it's all about teamwork, not just one person taking a solo.
That collaborative spirit is definitely alive outside the US too. Let's go to London and talk about Nubi Garcia.
A key figure in London's modern jazz scene. Her tenor sax tone is so rich and soulful.
But the music behind her has a very specific UK sound.
Exactly. It's influenced by her Caribbean heritage, but also by UK club culture. Think heavy bass lines from grime or dub music.
That sounds incredible.
It is. The result is jazz that is fresh, has these heavy bass lines, and is really, really danceable. It just proves this evolution is a global thing.
So we've talked about all these incredible artists, all this fusion, but what's the one thing that connects all of them?
It has to be the core principle, the heart of jazz.
Improvisation.
Exactly. Making music up on the spot. But it's more than just that. It's this immediate expression of everything a musician knows and feels. It's freedom and structure at the same time.
And that's why no two jazz concerts are ever the same. The solos are always new.
Right. The musicians use the chords of a song like a map, but they choose a brand new path through it every single time.
The amount of practice it takes to be able to do that, to compose spontaneously, is just immense.
And what's cool now is how technology, like the effects Christian Scott uses, adds new dimensions. They can loop and warp sounds as they improvise.
So what's the big takeaway from all this?
Contemporary jazz is just wildly diverse. It's merging insane skill with global sounds. But I think the main lesson is that great music comes from mastering the rules.
And then having the courage to break them,
Yeah.
to invent new ones.
Yes. The ability to speak the language of John Coltrane while using the beat structure of modern trap music
Hmm.
that proves the future is all about fusion.
Try listening to Hiromi and Kamasi Washington back to back. See if you can hear the conversation they're having about scale and energy.
Good luck with your studies.